The FIA have been pioneers for motorsport for the last 120 years. We continuously embrace change, and we have to perform change quite periodically. We need to improve safety. That is a continuous process. We need to follow societal trends for technology, which is what we're trying to do, and we need to make racing always more exciting. A significant part of these regulations is always thinking about the fan and the people who watch motorsport. We believe we made a step towards closer racing in 2022. There's also things we got wrong. We are trying to get it completely right now. We believe the racing will be much more exciting and much closer between cars.
Part of the Formula 1 2026 regulations is the active aero concepts. So the drivers are able to activate the front and rear wings, which mean that the flaps open up, and that reduces the drag of the entire car. What that does is it helps the cars go much faster in a straight line. The active aero for 26 is not an overtaking aid. It doesn't help the cars overtake each other. It just helps the cars maintain what we would call a high speed in a straight line. What we would say is actually replaced DRS has now moved to the engine side. We call that the overtake mode, which the drivers can press that when they're a second from the car in front of them. That gives them an extra engine boost. DRS has also been replaced by an increased tow effect of the car in front. So when the cars enter straight mode, they actually create more turbulent air behind them, and that helps the car behind catch up. As the cars are going around the circuit, we want to be able to predict what the airflow is doing. We want to understand, or especially what the teams and the drivers want, is a predictable car as they drive it.
The reason it's important for teams to iterate quickly for a season is each team is trying to beat the other. In order to do that, they have to design new parts as often as possible. To develop the car, they need to use CAD software, so they use the Siemens software. Those teams that use the Siemens software benefit from the added value of the digital twin. We use Designcenter to develop a surface model initially. So we'll take the bare bones of a car and then we'll clothe that with bodywork surfaces, chassis surfaces, the whole car. That then gets iterated upon as we converge on generating a set of regulations. The tools that Designcenter has are extremely efficient. We create an accurate model in the first place, as accurate as we can possibly get. That then goes out to test. It does go out to the race teams as a complete car assembly at the end of the day, and there'll be various iterations of that. To get that to the race teams, we do use the digital twin. So we do go through Designcenter. The most important thing about that interface is the security that's involved, because the teams don't want to send us geometry and find that another team can view it, because we're receiving geometry from all the teams. Since we've been using Designcenter, we have been able to become a lot more efficient. I've been using Siemens software for a long time, and the FIA have been using it for the last 4 years. In that time, we've been able to get probably, I should think, at least 50% more efficient. And with the improvements that have come on board through the software over time, that's just increased upon our efficiency.
We use Designcenter all the time, day to day, and it's pivotal to the way we go about designing the aerodynamic philosophy for Formula 1. All of our aerodynamic concepts are created in Designcenter and taken out of that and pushed into CFD. And then we do an iterative process using Designcenter to fine-tune our aerodynamic concepts. Designcenter undoubtedly makes us more efficient in what we do. It's just fact. Without it, we'd be pretty lost.